Hello, my name is Matt Max. After all those episodes explaining basic concepts, today is finally an episode where I want to talk about something practical. You have all your equipment in place, and now you want to start your audio recording. So what do you actually do? How do you actually set up your audio recording correctly? Because there are a couple of things you have to take care of every single time you actually want to record something. So let me walk you through that. First thing you do when you want to start an audio recording is you have to reduce the ambient noise level as much as possible. And I'm not just talking about the actual ambient noise level, I'm talking about potential ambient noise level too. That means everything that could make a sound, go ahead and deactivate it. Deactivate your speakers. Always deactivate your speakers. If you have to listen to something while recording, use headphones. Even if you don't plan on listening to anything, there could be a Skype call, there could be an annoying pop-up, whatever. That can ruin your sound recording, okay? Disable everything that can make a sound. Switch off your cell phone, switch off your normal phones, close all doors, close all windows. Try to make your recording environment as silent as possible. That's number one. First thing you have to figure out when setting up your mic is where you want to put it. Usually if you have a cardioid mic, you want to put it in front of you. And a shotgun mic you usually want to put above you, aimed at you. Now, usually you don't want to put it to the side like I did. I did it out of necessity because this way you can still see my face, right? Like this, you wouldn't be able to see my face very well, so I don't do it like this, although, signal to noise ratio would be better and it would sound a little bit better. I have it to the side, so you can actually see my face, and the audio quality is okay, but you have to figure that out, and now I completely ruined it. Here we go. That's number one. Number two, distance. Distance from your mic should be about that much, okay? And I realize, hands are different sizes and so on, but it's not an exact science. 15 to 20 centimeters, that's where you should put your pop filter. And as I already said in the last episode, when talking you should almost touch the pop filter, right, with your mouse. Because you can use the pop filter as an indication where your head should be, right? Put it where you want your mouse to be. Usually you want to get as close as possible to the mic without actually triggering the proximity effect. Because the farther you are away, or the farther the mic is away from you, the lower the volume of your voice. That means the lower the signal that enters the mic. That means the worse the signal to noise ratio. Okay, the closer you are, the better the signal to noise ratio. So, as close as possible, as far away as necessary. So that's the distance from your mic. 50 to 20 centimeters. There are many different ways to record audio, and I don't know which one you are using. The good news here is that it doesn't really matter, because the next step is always the same. So the next step is setting up gain. Okay? How you can actually change the gain or the recording volume depends on what you are using. Okay? If you have a console, there should be a little knob called gain that you can twist. You can change it in Windows under mic properties, or you should be able to change it directly on your camcorder. If your camcorder doesn't allow you to change the volume, then you shouldn't record with the camcorder, because that's really, really important. Because here is what you should do. Regardless where you record, you have a little bar that shows the current volume of your recording. Okay, it goes up and down as you speak. Alright, if you have a microphone console, it's an LED bar, a couple green LEDs and yellow, then a couple red LEDs. You have it in your recording software, right, and you should have it on your camcorder. Okay, that bar goes from a negative value, like minus 100 or minus 60 decibels, to 0, 0 being the highest. Now, here comes the really important part. Here comes the really important part. You do not want that bar to max out. You do not want that bar to max out. Repeat it with me. We do not want that bar to max out. Okay? You do not want it to max out under no circumstances. And here's the reason why. There's a phenomenon called clipping. Let me actually show you what clipping is. This is clipping, and you do not want that to happen to your recording, so you have to take care. This distortion sound is clipping, and it's caused by a really simple fact. When you record something to the PC, you're basically saving a large number. Okay, the audio file is nothing else than just a large number, and every sample, every data point, right, has a minimum and a maximum value. Okay, and if you get above the maximum value, which is volume, right, if you get above the maximum value, it's not recorded anymore. Let's look at this example. Okay, this is volume and this is time. So let's say it's just you speaking. Okay, you see the volume of your voice is going up and down, up and down, up and down. You have two curves, but it's the same signal. Okay, you're recording the same speech both times, but the black one is recorded louder at a higher volume than the green one. Okay, the red bar is 0 decibels. That red line is 0 decibels. So your little bar would be here, going up and down. That would be maxed out. Okay, you see that the green line never touches the red line. The green line is always below 0 decibels. The bar is never maxed out, whereas the black bar maxes out the bar quite often. And here's what happens to your signal afterwards. After it's recorded, you see the green signal is perfectly fine, but the black one is clipped. It's cut off at the top. Everything here that is above this red line is cut off. It's completely removed. It's not saved. Your software isn't able to save it because it exceeds the maximum value for volume. And then you get this signal down here. This is what is called clipping. It's a horrible thing. You do not want clipping to happen to you. It is so horrible that your mic console should have a little red LED that goes on when you clipped in the last minute or so. My recording software has like a little red light that goes on when I clipped in the last 1 minute. Okay, it is a horrible thing. You do not want that to happen to you. So what do? You adjust the volume of your mic, the gain of your mic, so that this bar is never maxed out. You adjust it so that when you speak in a normal voice, in a normal volume, you are at about minus 12 decibels. Okay? Minus 12 decibels. This way, you have plenty of room to get louder. Okay? This room to get louder is called headroom or head. Okay? That is the area above the curve, above the signal, below 0 decibels. That is called head or headroom. Alright? More headroom is good. 12 decibels is usually enough. Alright? So again, you set up your mic so that when you speak at a normal volume, you're at minus 12 decibels. Then you speak the loudest you're usually speaking or you plan on recording, and you make sure that you're still not clipping, that the bar is still not maxed out. Then you can actually proceed recording your voice. But you always, every single time you want to record, I'm stressing this fact because it's important. Every single time you want to record, make sure that the gain is set correctly, so that you remain below 0 decibels. Okay? Otherwise, horrible things happen to you. Once you did all I just told you, it's time for the final test. Record 30 seconds or so of whatever you want to record, okay? Make sure to include the quietest and loudest part, and then listen to it. Do this, okay? It's only 30 seconds, or it's 1 minute in total, right? 1 minute recording, 30 seconds recording, 30 seconds listening to it. It's 1 minute in total, but it's worth it because you hear all the problems with your recording. Okay, so let me quickly recap. Number 1, you're setting up your room. You're closing all windows, all doors. You're disabling your speakers. You're disabling your cell phone, all other phones, everything that can make a noise. Then you make sure that your mic is set up correctly, distance is correct, and so on. Then you set gain so that you don't clip. It's number 3. And then you do your final test. Then you're able to start recording. My name has been Matt Max. Thanks for watching this episode, and tune in next time.